Stigmalasher over to Sean. He is tapped out. Nice. He's gonna get the trigger. Stigmalasher hits. Sean cannot gain life. Today on Commander Replay, it's a battle between brothers as four brothers of Yamazaki duke it out. Next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's two great ways to support the channel, and be sure to check out my second channel. All links are in the description below. Welcome back, everyone. Got an extra special game for you today. We're playing 4X Brothers Yamazaki. Get our opponents up on screen. So yeah, all of us are playing Brothers Yamazaki today. This hand is almost so good, except for this one land, so we're gonna mulligan that. That's not significantly better. Mulligan that one. This is fine, I guess. Keep this one. I guess Mizium Mortars to the bottom. And if we get in trouble, we'll have to Wheel of Fortune, which isn't the best, but may need to happen. Oh, we're going last. No. So this is a game that we had actually talked about doing like 2 years ago or something, like a while ago. And it just never happened because you got to have four people with the deck all ready to go at the same time. And that's a pretty difficult thing to schedule. So it just kind of never happened. Also, there wasn't like a huge demand for a game like this, so that didn't make it any easier. But now with Kamigawa coming out, should definitely make things a little bit more interesting than they would have been otherwise. Anyway, brings it to our turn. There's a Scab Clan Berserker. Love that card. Play Mountain and pass. Never get to use Scab Clan Berserker, but I always want to. 3 mana 2/2 with haste. It has Renowned 1. If it's Renowned, whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it does 2 damage to that player. So sort of like a creature-based spell shock. And I don't know. It's just a really cool card, and I wish I got to use it more. Like, it's good early in the game, but without equipment or something like that, it gets difficult to swing into someone later in the game when there's creatures running around everywhere. Thaumatic Compass is a good idea. I feel like I cut our Thaumatic Compass, which may not have been the best idea, but what's also funny too with a game like this is that, like, there's probably going to be a little bit of metagaming. I dropped a lot of pro red into the deck, and there's a few other little spicy inclusions as well, so oh, that's a Magda. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Commune with Lava. It's not really what we were looking for. Play the Mountain, play the Arcane Signet, and we'll pass like that. So we'll probably go Scab Clan Berserker, even if we don't catch the land, just because I really want the Scab Clan Berserker. And after that, we'll wheel. Hopefully we catch the land next turn and it doesn't set us back too much. But there's a Brothers for opponent. Yep. First Brothers into play. We should take a read of Brothers. So Brothers Yamazaki, 3 mana 2/1, has Bushido 1. If there are exactly 2 permanents named Brothers Yamazaki on the battlefield, the legend rule doesn't apply to them. And then each other creature named Brothers Yamazaki gets +2/+2 and has haste. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Luckily, KO didn't drop a creature this turn. There are now 2 brothers in play. They are 4/3s, and opponent's going on the attack here with their Magda. They could have attacked with this. It does have haste now. They probably clicked too soon. Come on, Mountain. It is not a mountain. It is basically the farthest thing from a mountain. So, looks like things are gonna go poorly for us like we had not hoped. Get the Scab Clan Berserker in. Never get to use this card. Gonna be sad about losing that Sinew and Steel. We hit. It's Renowned. Man, I'm gonna have to give up a lot of cards I wanted to play, too. Oh, man, if we could catch an Armillary Sphere off the top. I guess even that's kind of slow. Land then Armillary Sphere. I've been wanting to use Soulfire Eruption for a very long time, and it's hard to put into a deck. There are a few small commanders, like if you're doing a burn-style deck, maybe with like Teralf or Neheb or something like that, you can probably get it in there, but there aren't a ton of places where it's really easy and makes a lot of sense to run. Like, you can kind of just shoehorn it in randomly, because it's definitely a powerful card, but there's also a lot of random chance in that as well, so like you don't know exactly what you're getting, which is always tricky. Opponent gets an Inspiring Statuary. Yeah, I'm a little jealous. And they do take 2 for that. You just swing our way. Ooh, it gets Exalted. Yeah, that's 5 commander damage coming to us. Oh, man. I really hope we catch a land off the top, because I'd like to get the Sinew and Steel into play. Infuri... Oh, God, and now it's huge. We take 8. Not the best. Jessica's Will could be interesting. We Jessica's Will, don't get hit like Commune with Lava or something like that. Not have to wheel our hand just yet. Opponent activates their Thaumatic Compass and then cast their Brothers. It's a 6/5. Oh, actually, yeah, the Legend rule won't even really come into effect anymore unless someone steals one. Thaumatic Compass for other opponent? Yep. I'm jealous. We need lands so badly. Magda, coming our way. Yep, there's a treasure. Ignite the Future we cannot cast, so we're going to wheel all of our good cards away. Nothing makes me happier than doing that, although at least this has flashback. Watch, here comes 7 lands. Could be worse. Could be worse. There's Vandal Blast. That's a little more artifact removal. That's good. I think play the Ancient Tomb, play the Eye of Vecna. We draw a card and lose 2 life. It's a Fire Diamond. It's not really good attacks, so I think we're just going to hold back for now. Soul Ring for opponent, they get dinged. We do catch Underworld Breach, which, if we want to start casting stuff from our graveyard, is... We want a little more mana before we do that, I think, but we need to slow this game down. This game's already gotten... Ooh, Trailblazer's Boots. We might just be on the Vandal Blast turn. Equips the Trailblazer's Boots. If they come our way, I'm definitely Vandal Blasting. Golem Skin Gauntlets. Oh boy. This is a card I don't really care for. A couple things. One, it only ever does damage. It doesn't give you any other utility, which is like very important. Number 2 is that if this is the only equipment you have, it's really not very good. Like, it requires at least 2 or 3 other cards in play to like really kind of get powered up. That's just not where we're at in Commander these days. The other thing you have to think about too is that Blackblade Reforge invalidates basically every other damage-only type equipment because nothing comes close to what Blackblade Reforge does. There's a shot for 7 over to Sean, so maybe we can wait a turn on the Vandal Blast. Ooh, there's a Shinka. Target creature gains first strike. Soul Ring, gonna ding opponent. Yeah, we're getting some damage in with the Scabclan Berserker. That's what's cool about it. You don't really need to attack with it. It can still keep chipping away. I think we have a teeny bit of life gain in the deck. There's a Warren piece in here. I know I saw a Basilisk Collar at some point too, which was, I copied this over from a Teralf deck, and that stayed in here accidentally. Shadow Spear is probably the one you want more than anything, but... Ooh, Hammer Mage. Gross. Gross. That should probably get some removal going from our opponents. Makes me not want to cough down the Fire Diamond. Equips the Shadow Spear. KO goes no attacks. I mean, with the Shadow Spear, I guess... Nah, he could hit Zombie. He could hit Zombie easily, and then... Though I guess he's open. I guess that's the concern. Blocking is difficult in this game. We could drop down the Chandra Awakened Inferno, and that would, like, soak up damage because everyone's going to attack it. Here's a peek at the deck list. Very heavy in the 2 and 3 drops. Wanted to keep the curve kind of low. Have a decent amount of 5 drops, though, but not so much in the 4, 6, and 7 stuff. Do have a couple X spells up here at the top. Some board wipes, the big one in Soulfire Eruption that we saw, but we had to discard. We also have a Dragon's Claw in the deck, which is a funny metagame decision for this particular game, but with the rate that we're burning life, we could actually use it. Opponent's going to swing over to Zombie. Yep. Opponent casts a Moonveil Regent. Whenever you cast a spell, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each of that spell's colors. Interesting. When it dies, deals X damage to any target where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. Very interesting. I think I am going to draw right here. I've been thinking about it a little bit. This is going to be a lot of life, though. Gratuitous Violence is a cool card, but not what we need right now. Play the Mountain. Get our Commander in just because we need blockers. And we'll pass like that. Ronin Cliff Rider, what? Bushido... When it attacks, you may have it deal 1 damage to each creature defending player controls. Interesting. I'm going to put the gauntlets on the brothers, yep. Swing in over to KO. I'm really curious to see what KO does with his Hammer Mage, because he's on the chopping block to lose a bunch of stuff himself. Soul Ring, Compass at 2, Worn Power Stone at 3, and Shadow Spear also at 1. But there are a growing number of artifacts on the battlefield, so... Also the question of, do you try to get the compass flipped into the land before you use it? Stigma Lasher, yeah, there's a card. Should run that card more. Wither. When Stigma Lasher deals damage to a player, that player can't gain life for the rest of the game. Very unique effect in Magic. Just, you don't see a lot of cards like that, but cool little card. Can stop the life gain. Scouring Sands. Deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, scry 1. Scabclan Berserker's going to get them. Wow, they're down to 19. I have Cosmotronic Wave in the deck, which could be a funny piece of tech. If there's, I guess it only works if there's 1 Brothers in play. But it's an interesting card that I should probably run like a little bit more than I do. Boiling Earth. 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Okay. Scabclan. Oh, there's the Cosmotronic Wave. Who's getting it? We're going to lose some stuff. Oh, our Scabclan Berserker goes down. Would I Underworld Breach to bring it back? I might. He hits, he gains a ton of life back. However, he forces Zombie into a position where Zombie probably just has to kill him now. It's been an interesting game. It's also been a fast game. Guess that's what happens when you have 4 red decks. I feel a lot better if we could catch a board wipe. Although, a lot of our board wipes are X costed, and we're not making that much mana. That's a Fire and Ice, yeah. It's gonna be good on this table. Equips the Fire and Ice. Gonna be difficult to block. Oh, opponent's gonna swing our way? Gross. Yeah, we're gonna go really low. Yeah, gonna shoot the Hammer Mage, because it's very dangerous to everyone. But I think we're gonna Vandal Blast. We are at 12. Talani's Summoner. Yeah, that's a good one. Brings it back to our turn. I have Vecna and no draw. Treasure Nabber. Well, Treasure Nabber is going to exactly work against the Vandal Blast that we're about to play. It's not the best, but I think it still needs to happen. Yeah, this Fire Diamond is pretty awkward. Vandal Blast. Blow up all the artifacts. Cast the Fire Diamond. It comes in tapped. Lightning Greaves. Equips the boots. Really? We're going our way? We block. Bushido triggers for each of them. Opponent recasts their commander. Ugh. Sends his brothers into Sean. He could totally hit us with the stigma. He could totally hit us with the Stigma Lasher. Sean's gonna block with a 4/4. Love it. Volcanic Offering would be a decent pickup. Blazing Shoal. Oh, that's funny. X6. They discard their hand. I don't know if you want to do that with a monocolor deck. It's now a 10/4. It kills the brothers, but they still trade. That's actually a good trade for us because that got 2 creatures off the battlefield and Sean used a card from his hand. That's a good exchange. That'll give us time to get back into things. Oh, and everything's down to 3 toughness now, which means we can wipe the board with Chandra Awakened Inferno. Yeah. Oh, no, he recast it. Oh, we almost had it. Ugh. It's gonna shoot the Flamekin Village. Savage. Hammer of Perforos. More haste. Volakut is super scary when everyone's this low on life. Opponent's gonna swing our way, of course. Talani's Summoner. And they're gonna pay. It's not ideal. Down to 8. Back to our turn. Oh, do we draw the Eye of Vecna? No, we have exactly enough to flash back the Ignite the Future, and I think that's what we're gonna do. Sword of the Animus does not help our cause in this moment. Flashback, Ignite the Future. It almost has to be a board wipe. What do we get? Feast and Famine, Tectonic Giant, Strip Mine. Play the Strip Mine. Play the Tectonic Giant. Play the Feast and Famine. And probably die this turn. Explorer Scope. The swing over to Sean. Love it. Exalted. Both Bushidos trigger. They trade. Love it. Love it. There's a chance we could live. Oh, nice. That gets 2 brothers out of play. I think he can recast, though. Oh, yep, there's a Command Beacon. Brothers back into play. Still in Chandra Awakened Inferno range, though. Puts the scope on it. As long as we can stay in Chandra range, we're going to be in good shape. Funny story, these are both elementals and will not be affected by the Chandra Awakened Inferno. So is this, actually. It's a few more creatures than, I would typically expect, but I guess we are all playing red, and red is the color of elementals. Ooh, nice. Stigma Lasher over to Sean. He is tapped out. Nice. He's going to get the trigger. It's almost like an emblem, but not actually. Stigma Lasher hits. Sean cannot gain life. Coal Hauler Swine is kind of scary. Whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each player. That means we cannot Chandra Awakened Inferno, is what that means. That is not good. Oh, really gonna need like a Mana Geyser or something off the top. Stratascythe. That's one that I put in here too. That's gonna be a really funny card in this game. Everything will be giant. The problem is you can't attack KO because I guess Sean would survive, but yeah, it's a 1919. No attacks. Defense is a premium in this game. Nowhere to go with that Feast and Famine, which is unfortunate. Sort of a bad metagame choice. Don't really want to go lower on life. We just need to get lucky with the cards that, there's a mountain. Oh, what to do this turn? We should probably attack somewhere with the Tectonic Giant. I mean, the other thing we could do. We could Gratuitous Violence and then attack with the Tectonic Giant. Then that's 6 damage to each opponent. I think that'll just make everyone mad, though. This is tricky. Play the mountain. Oh, brothers are back down. Oh, the swine is a problem, though. We do have Rogue's Passage, I guess. We could go Soulfire Eruption. You may play the exile cards until the end of your next turn. Do we have enough? 9, 10? We are one short, so we'd have to do like Underworld Breach, Feast and Famine stuff. I think drop all the creatures then. Treasure Nabber and Urbrask. Yeah, pass like that. That's a Blackblade Reforged. It will be giant. Did not equip, but went to combat. Oh, they have Greaves on. They can't equip. Nice. Just want to find that Dragon's Claw. Start gaining life back. Glaring Spotlight. Creatures your opponents control with hexproof can be the target of spells as though they didn't have hexproof. Sacrifice creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. It's decent. God, I really wish we didn't have to blow up all the artifacts. We would have had so much mana with Treasure Nabber. I guess the other thing we can think about too is just like we could go for Sinew and Steel and then just try to surgically strike our opponents off the board. That's a Morog. Do they have a land? Morog does come in tapped, thankfully. No attacks. Love it. Love it. Back to our turn. Oh, man, I have Vecna. Nope. I don't think so. Not enough life. Markov Blademaster. Not what we need. Oh, okay. What if we do this? What if we go Underworld Breach, get the Sinew and Steel. That's 7 mana. And then 9 to equip the Feast and Famine. Puts us down to 4. Then we can get a strike in. And then we'll untap. And then we would be able to Soulfire Eruption. Problem is our CMC isn't all that high. The other thing we could do too is we could just wheel. Although wheeling with a Morog, maybe not the best idea. Maybe get the Chandra then. Oh, you know what? We could attack somewhere with this thing. I think we're gonna force an attack over to Zombie. Actually, we can force it elsewhere too. Oh, there's the thing we could do. Yeah, we could go Rogue's Passage, Feast and Famine. Okay. Yeah, Feast and Famine on the Tectonic Giant. Then Rogue's Passage, make it unblockable. You need to use 1 artifact mana. Swing into Sean, he's got the most life. I'm gonna go for the Exile 2 cards mode. Interesting. Oh, Chaos Warp is, I think, a pretty big deal. Choose the Chaos Warp, because then we can get rid of the Swine. And then we could actually consider wiping the board with Chandra. Feast and Famine trigger. We untap. Chaos Warp the Swine. They get Pariah Shield. That does not make things any better. Then I guess we cast the Chandra. What will Chandra kill? It'll kill that and that. Yeah, that's not really worth it, to be completely honest with you. So then I think, probably just Markov Blademaster. Next turn we could theoretically go Underworld Breach, Vandal Blast. Oh god. He puts a Furor of the Bitten on the Talani Summoner, so someone's gonna get attacked. It's pretty funny. Yeah, we could get the Vandal Blast back, get rid of the Strata Scythe. Then maybe Wheel of Fortune. God, we need Mana Geyser so bad. Ooh. With the Blademaster, we can do some stuff with the mana and the double strike. Puts the Pariah Shield on the Brothers. Yep. Activates the Glaring Spotlight. Hexproof. Oh, and can't be blocked? Stigma Lasher coming our way. Well, life gain's going off the table.
To whip it! Whip it good!
Although KO's tapped out and he can just die to this attack. Stigma Lasher, we're down to 4. Oh wait, no, there's still a Pariah Shield. But this is almost active, so any sort of double, he could get multiple combats. That would do it. I'm gonna send the big one over to KO. Talani Summoner. His commander goes down. Brings it back to our turn. Nope. And we can't even gain life. Walking Atlas, not helpful, other than just being a blocker, I guess. Okay, do we do more shenanigans with the sword? And I think we're on the Underworld Breach turn. I don't know that we have another turn in us here. Yeah, and I think it needs to happen like this. Underworld Breach. Cast the Sinew and Steel. We're going to exile the Pyromancer, I guess, the Chaos Warp, and the Berserker. Equip the Sinew and Steel. Equip the Feast and Famine. Go to 2. Go to combat. This one to Sean, this one to KO. Do the exile off the top bit. 2 lands. I guess we'll get the Makokro. Markov Blademaster, Sinew and Steel. No Planeswalkers. Shoot the Pariah Shield. Feast and Famine. Pariah Shield down. Second trigger, Sinew and Steel, no Planeswalkers again, shoot the Stratascythe, Feast and Famine, and Blade Master. We're going to float a bunch of mana with the Feast and Famine trigger on the stack, notably not using the Ancient Tomb. Sinew and Steel, blow up the Stratascythe. Cast Commune with Lava. Currently we are X4. Is that enough? We could probably go a little bit more. We'll go one more. Use a colorless mana. Exile 3 cards, Vandal Blast, Wheel of Fortune, Soulfire. We just found a Savage Beating, and we are... Uh-oh. We just got lucky. Cast a Savage Beating. Oh, do we have enough? Tell me we have enough. No, we don't. We're one short. Well, we can Entwine. We can still get the extra combat. Savage Beating, extra combat. 3 lands in there, Stratascythe and Reforge the Soul. What's interesting here is that we can't kill multiple players, I don't think. Back to combat. God, I wish we had sort of the Animus for all this. If we could have tapped the Ancient Tomb just a little bit more. Oh, God. Savage Beating's in our graveyard. We can cast it again. We just need to get things into our graveyard. Okay. We can try and figure that out. Good combat. Kill Sean because the Volakut is scary. We can send all of these. We'll send these into KO. Leave the Treasure Napper back as a blocker. Exile off the top. Wheel of Misfortune. Also a Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt, too dangerous, so it's going to be Wheel of Misfortune. KO Scoops. Sinew and Steel. Shoot the Blackblade Reforged. Blade Master. Feast and Famine. Float a mana. I don't think we have any instants, do we? No, but what we can do. Sean goes down. Let's get the boots. Blade Master getting... Oh, PD scoops it right there. Let's see if we had enough. We need 8 mana, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're one short. So we would have needed to... we could have played a land from exile. I don't think we've played a land yet. So then we could go Wheel of Misfortune, discard a bunch of cards. Well, I guess not with only 2 players. That's a thing. I guess we could cast Wheel of Misfortune for no value, which isn't the best. We could blow up our own artifact. That's the thing we could do. Put Eye of Vecna in the graveyard with the Sinew and Steel. Then, yeah, that would work. Oh, that was a dicey game. So, I definitely accounted for opponents' commanders being 2/1s, not 8/7s through the game, and I would definitely make some changes to the deck based on that. Basically, everything that does, like, small amounts of damage I would get rid of and just bring in bigger stuff. So, in our case, Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel, vote on which decks I play next, or if you want to get some good games of Spell Table going, be sure to check out my Patreon at the link below.